welcome to my life. I am going to share today with you some leftover magic, I like to call it. This leftover trick is going to be twofold because I like to live a fasted lifestyle. And that means like daily I ask the Lord, what do you want me to give up so that my spirit man stays stronger than my flesh? And so many days I will be fasting and just doing liquids. And this is a liquid soup that I make to drink when I am fasting. So I had made chicken Alfredo, and in the pressure cooker I had cooked the chicken, and the broth that was left over and a few little pieces of chicken that were in the bottom of the pressure cooker are what's in this cup here. And I'm going to turn this into soup that you can eat, that won't upset your stomach and things like that, but will actually satisfy you enough so that you won't be shaky and weak as you are fasting. I mean, yes, your flesh will be a little bit more shaky and a little tired, but at least you'll be able to function through your day. So anyway, when I made this chicken, I obviously put like salt, pepper, garlic salt, and some basil and things like that. And so you see a little bit of seasonings floating at the top. We've got that. I made this on last Friday. This is Monday, so 3 days ago, I made this chicken. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to get just a little bowl. Give me a second. Let's see. Back. Sorry you got to look at my kitchen without me for a second. Obviously I love blue and yellow. So I have my bowl. It's just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to take this chicken and this chicken broth, and I'm just going to pour the juice off of it. And I still have some chicken down in there, but that's way more chicken than I want. I just want maybe 2 or 3 pieces this big, because I'm going to stick it in a blender and I'm going to liquefy it. So maybe just a little bit of chicken. So now I have my broth and my chicken. Then what I do is, to make it go a little further, I put just pure chicken broth. I'm gonna add I've probably got 2 cups of the chicken broth that I made, and I'm gonna add about another cup of this chicken broth. And I keep chicken broth, boxes of chicken broth in my cabinet because you can do so many things with that. And then what I do is, this is literally, you could cook this on the stove, and I do that a lot of times, but I'll literally going to stick this in the microwave. But first what I will do is I'm going to take it over to my sink, and I am going to put about another cup of water in there so that it's not too oily and it doesn't upset your stomach. So give me just a second. And as you can see, I'm super precise on how I measure, not at all. I just kind of eyeball it, but if you want to use exact measurements, that's fine. So now we got about a half a bowl of soup here. And then I'm going to heat this up in the microwave. So give me just a minute. Okay, now the next thing I do, I've got this warmed up. I take and I get either cream of chicken or just cream of mushroom, and I'm just gonna add 1 literal tablespoon. Like I said, I'm super exact, not at all. And I'm gonna put that in that pot. And because I'm making about twice as much as I usually make, I'm gonna put 2 scoops right now. So 2 scoops if you're following the amount of what I'm doing. So I put those in there. It's hot, so it's going to be able to dissolve a little bit that way. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream, probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons, so that it'll be creamy when I make this soup. Just a little bit more. That's 3 tablespoons, definitely. Okay. So now I'm gonna mix it up, and our soup's looking a little more creamy. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it all in this blender right here. And it's just barely warm. I didn't get it hot because you don't want it to be super hot and then you stick it in the blender. Your blender will not like that very much. So, sorry, talking back in my head, but I'm also gonna add to this just a little bit of Parmesan shredded. You can use the more powderized, but I love the shredded Parmesan. And I'm gonna use super exact again, probably 2 tablespoons, or maybe a fourth of a cup, basically, and put that in there, okay? And that's gonna make it have some cheese. You got a little bit of carbs and things like that going on, but lots of protein happening in this. Put the lid on. And that way, when you, like I said, this is satisfying and healthy and helpful to your digestive system. So we're gonna take it over here to where I have my blender stand, and we're going to put it on the blender. And my kitchen's not very big, but it's got everything I need. And we're gonna blend it up. Okay, we've got it in the blender. It's blending, and I like to put it on smoothie because then it like makes sure you get all of the parts really blended. So give me just a second, we'll come back. Okay, now we've got it all blended up, and we're gonna pour it just back into the bowl that we were using because we don't want to get more things messy than we have to. Like I am cleanup, I don't want to have to clean that up. So we're gonna pour that in. Let me see if you can see down here. It is nice and creamy, 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 creamy. You can literally drink it, okay? You can literally drink it now. So that is like a cream soup. Now, if you aren't on a fast with me, you could put the chicken and shred it up. You could get some gnocchi and just cook the gnocchi and put it in there. Or you could do some potato chunks. You know, there's a lot of things you could do with this. But since I'm fasting, I'm going to drink this today. And let me tell you, it's going to be satisfying and it's going to keep me from getting shaky. Have a great day, and I hope this leftover magic blesses you and helps you.